Hello, hello, hello. Are you there, Hope?
Hello, yes, I'm here. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Why am I not seeing you? I'm trying
You
to.
can see me.
No, I cannot see you. I want to bring you on camera.
Okay. It's also dark in my house because of the power cuts that are here.
Okay, but
Can you see me?
there we go. Hmm. Trying to bring you there. Okay, you are there. You are here already. All right. I just want to label. It is interior design.
Yes. And thank you.
I'm going to tag you on your
All
page.
right.
On your page.
Thank you.
There we go. All right, all right. Thank you so much for coming through and for making time. A wonderful welcome to you. I'm so glad that you made it. You managed to come.
Yes, I'm also glad to be here. Yeah, glitches of technology sometimes. Uh,
mm.
Yes, learning and then sometimes just network, But yeah, we thank God that He has provided a lot of ways of communicating and platforms and how we can do things better. It's a
Exactly.
blessing. Mm,
Exactly.
yes.
Yeah, yeah. And how is it there? I know you had a challenge, earlier today with power. Has it been restored?
No, not yet. Not yet. We're still in the dark, and it's really not nice anymore. And we're going for days, maybe 5 days without power, so it's really hectic. So I think we just have to find alternative electricity this side. I'm told there's sabotage going on. Somebody's just messing up the power lines and stealing the cables. And the other day they set the transformer on fire.
Oh,
So then we had to stay a week and some days no power.
oh,
So that's a few days back. So now we are back to this. Since last night we have no power. So I'm not sure when power is going to be restored again.
That's
I
good.
think we
And
just hope.
if you're a business person like me who works online, then it becomes very challenging. It means if you don't have inverters, you don't have solar backup,
Exactly.
then you,
Exactly. And that is what we want to do, just to get those things so that for me, I work at home.
mm,
If I'm not doing my interior design in people's homes, then I'm at home, because then at home I'm busy with floor
mm.
plans and then I'm busy with 3D design. So basically my work at home is on the computer. So without power and without internet, then I can't do nothing. So yeah,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
a challenge.
Okay, I
Yeah.
see. Okay, I see that. Yes, you have come through, and I'm just looking at the other profile here. So yes, everything is perfect. It's perfect. All right. So thank you for making time. And for those who are watching, thank you so much for stopping by to just see what I have for you today. I have a special guest with me, Nellie. Her name is Nellie. She's a very special guest. She's the managing director of Interior Design by Nellie. She's here to share her journey with us. I've been talking about how most entrepreneurs start. I've been talking about challenges. I've been talking about the exciting world of being an entrepreneur, the highs and the lows. So today, I have with me Nellie, who has made time to just share her story. I'm sharing my story every day, and I hope one day you will come and share your story with me right here. So please, as we are talking, as you are listening, feel free to comment. ask your questions, and I'll just invite you to take your pen and paper so you can write down what you need to know about Nellie. Nellie, a wonderful welcome to you, and thank
Thank
you.
you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Yeah, the pleasure is mine really to be here and to
Yeah.
showcase my skill. Or we can call it a talent, I don't know. So yeah, thank you so much again. And
Thank
if
you.
anyone wants to ask, let them ask.
That's
Yeah.
what.
If I'm able to answer, I will
Hi,
answer. Yes.
Clara. Hi, Clara. Thank you for joining us. Clara is my sister there. She says, hi, sis. You are welcome. I hope you will stay long to listen to what Nelly is going to say. And Clara, actually, I was going to send you a message today because I would like you to come on this show. Clara is a wonderful entrepreneur. I've been seeing her posts, and Clara, you should contact me because I want you to come and have a chat here and tell us what you are doing. Okay, the world needs to hear your story. Today, you are listening to Nellie's story. So, Nellie, tell us a bit about yourself. Who are you? Tell us a little bit about yourself before you tell us about your business. Tell us about yourself.
Okay.
Where do you stay? Where are you based? Yeah. Where did you grow up?
Okay.
I think it would be
Okay.
interesting also to know about where you grew up, your interests. Yeah, come on,
Yes.
tell us about yourself.
Okay. My name is Nellie Itwi. Nellie Itwi. My other name is Hope. My Christian name is Hope. And then my marriage name is Delanga. So I am a Zambian and I'm based in South Africa, Pretoria. So yeah, and I'm married to a Dutchman, so hence the name Delanga at the end. So I've been in Pretoria from 2006 up to now. And yeah, it's been a journey. It's been a journey, good ups and downs, I may say. Marriage, and I've got a son here with me. But in terms of business, I was inspired by actually you to do interior design, which I do now. But I've got another business which I do. I'm a managing director for mining. I'm into mining, and this came just as a blessing. It wasn't something that I even thought I would do, but that is where God has taken me. But my passion is really with interior design. So yes, I was born in Kabwe, and I went to school in Kabwe, a high-reach secondary school. I think those from Kabwe will know the school. And then I did a little bit of, I came to Lusaka, and then I did a little bit of graphic design. And then office, what do they call them? Office PRs. So those days they used to call them secretaries, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I did that.
Yes.
So then I worked a little bit for a company called Prominent Auto in Lusaka. And they used to really import and export cars from here through Durban. So that is actually what inspired me to come, because I used to hear stories. You can get a job as a graphic designer. It's easy. What not. So then I started looking into it, and then I just left Zambia and came here. So it's a blessing that it worked out for me. And then interior design wasn't really something I thought I would do. I had the passion for it because I could really design without the knowledge of how it should be done. But I could put up colors together beautifully, and I could set up my things beautifully. And sometimes mom one time commented, says, but do you know that you can do this? Who did this for you? I said, myself. She says, but you're good at it. And then eventually I met you. So you actually inspired me to say, go to school. You can do this, to do this. So I went and I did my diploma, and I passed with distinction, actually. So that now I'm pursuing my degree in the same.
Wow.
Yes. So that is my story.
Okay,
Basically.
that's wonderful. That's wonderful to hear. I always say everybody you see starts from somewhere. We don't
Yeah.
just pour and we have everything else around us. Well, others are born with a silver spoon in their mouths and to them. And then some of us have had to really work hard. We've had to stay focused
Yeah.
on anything that we need to do. You have a powerful story there, where you started and where you are today. So, Nellie, you were invited to come and give your story, to share your story, your passion, and listening to what you've just said, it looks like the issue of design has always been there. It's not like it started now. That's why I'm saying when anybody is born, you are born with the gift in you. That gift just needs to be
Yeah.
activated. So,
Exactly.
from what
Exactly.
you have just said,
Exactly.
it has already been there, and you just realized
Yeah.
it in your adulthood, right? So, tell
Yes.
us what you do now. Tell us
Okay.
what you do.
Basically, interior design has got two things. There's interior decorating and there's interior design. So the two things are different. So for me, I do both. So basically, interior decorating is just the basic things of putting a house that is already built. I'm gonna use a very simple terms so that people can
Yes.
understand. If I use technical terms, it will be difficult. So let me start with decorating. Decorating is you going to put things correctly in a house that is already
All
built,
right.
and you combine the colors for the person, combine the colors and buy the stuff and put the stuff. We call that staging, actually. So it's staging. So you buy the pillows, you buy the tables, you help the person buy the furniture in a correct way. But you have to have the knowledge of how things are supposed to be put in place. You're supposed to know there are a lot of technicalities to decorating also. So you have to know. So meaning that you have to sit with a client and understand also their lifestyle. Understand before you even buy their furniture. For example, if they've already built a house.
Yeah.
So you have to go to them and meet them and sit with them. How many kids do they have? What are the age groups of those kids?
Yeah.
So then you have to consider that even when you're buying, for example, a sofa, if they've got little small kids, you cannot tell them to go buy fabric white, right? So basically you have to advise them in a good way that they should cater for those kids. Young kids are all over the place. So unless the house has got a separate living room where you can have guests come in a clean place, so then you can say, okay, they can go for any colors. But if they've got only one living room and the kids are there all the time, then you have to sit down and advise them to say in a correct way. Don't push a client into things they don't want to do, but advise them what works for their lifestyle. So advise them what works for their lifestyle. If they are better off with darker colors, advise them that way. But don't push. We don't push clients. If they insist on doing whatever they want, to do it.
So
Because it's their house,
this
not
is
yours.
part of decorating. This is the decorating.
That is decorating.
By the way, Nellie,
Yes.
I forgot to ask whether you accepted the tag. Do you accept tags on your page?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so is it already on your page? Because I wanted your followers to listen to your story.
Okay. Okay. I can just check it. I hope technology. So I hope I'm not gonna make a mess when I when I go
Okay, you can leave it.
So,
It's fine. You can leave it. You're going to release the tag when
okay.
we're done.
All right.
That we
Okay.
don't break.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
So
So that is a
there
part of
are two parts.
decorating.
You said there are two parts. So there's one part of
Yes.
decorating which you have just explained,
Decorating.
and the other part.
Yes, that is what I've explained. So the other part is now interior design. Interior design is different in this way. It's different because you're dealing with a building, right? You're dealing with a building. Persons that haven't built yet, for example, they come to me and say, we want to build a house. So this is the land, like I've done with Susan. Susan is staying in Ibex. So she hasn't built a house yet. So she told me to go see. So I went to see the land and then I advised on how we can do. So then I advise on the floor plan. So I can make a floor plan from scratch.
Okay.
So I do a floor plan and then we take that floor plan to the architect. The architect turns it into a drawing.
Right.
You see. So then if people want me to go further, I can supervise the building.
All right.
Because then that involves choosing materials. For example, I'm going to help you with the ceiling. I'm going to help you with your tiles. I'm going to help you with your paint, wall paint. I'm going to help you. I'm going to advise you if your house, you want a big house, you want a small house. So basically, we're going to have an interview first on what you want. Again, it is the same thing. Women are the ones that are building homes and they are leaving men out. Your man does not even have a man cave. So when he comes back from work, where does he stay? Where do your men go? You've got a kitchen. If you've got your mother in the kitchen, your mother has in the kitchen. And to us, traditionally, the mother-in-law and the son-in-law can't be in the same space. So now, your husband doesn't have a space. He doesn't have a space. He comes from work. He's only got a bedroom. So the living room, you've got kids there. Yes, outside. So when I come to you and you're beginning to build, those are the things I'll lay up to you to say, what about your husband? I'm going to consider every member of your house. to say, okay, for your kids, you have got how many teenagers? 3. Okay, what does each teenager like? Let's put that into their rooms. So if this one wants a computer space, let's create a computer space. What does this one want to do? So that kind of thing, that is where now interior design comes in. So then we're going to design your house specifically according to your needs. It has to be practical. If you're lovers of board games, for example, I should include a small room for that, a space for that, where you can just go in that space and enjoy games. So I should decorate afterwards. Then I can decorate it.
You are designing the outlook of the inside. That is what you are doing.
Yes.
Are working with the architect. So the architect is going to give us the dimensions, is going to give us the thickness.
Even with my guide. Yeah, even with my guide, because sometimes architects really don't know. I've worked with some architects in Zambia actually that really don't know what they are doing. I'm being honest, because then they don't know the dimensions of how a living room should look. They don't know now that there is a modern way of putting bathrooms in our rooms. So they want to separate the toilet from the bathroom. So me, when I do my 3D, I combine them. Then they are confused. But what did you do here? I said, no, this is an insert. So it's supposed to be a combination. So then they are so confused on what they're supposed to be doing in these homes. So with an interior designer on board, you will know that you have a perfect house. Because then with my knowledge, I'm going to sit with the architect. If you have your own, that is, I'm going to sit with him and just go through your stuff and practically design your house. I'll say, okay, this corridor is too long.
Don't you think the ones that you are referring to as they don't know what they're doing, don't you think it's just about exposure? Maybe it's exposure. So for somebody who just knows how to design a house, it's a 2-bedroom house, there's a kitchen, there's 1 bathroom, and then there are those ones who are exposed. Maybe to be fair to the architects, I mean, they went to school, they studied, and
you're right.
Thank you for correcting me. You can say that they are not creative enough because they have not been exposed. Maybe that's
thank you. Thank you for correcting me on that one. Yeah, they've gone to school, you're right. And maybe exposure, because for example, if you tell them to say this is a plan from another country, like here in South Africa, you know, our homes are beautiful. This place has got beautiful homes. So I've been to Cape Town. I was just looking when I went there, beautiful homes along the coast, beautiful. So at the end of the day, if I'm talking about my Zambia, we're still very far away from getting there, you know. So we're still very far in terms of designing homes. We're still very, very far. So for me, I would want to help Zambians achieve what they want to achieve. You cannot spend a lot of money on a house that is not practical. You can't. So I would encourage you to get in touch with me, because actually I'm very flexible. Don't be scared of prices. You know, I think that is what also scares people. Interior design must be expensive.
Okay,
it could be expensive.
Okay, before we get to talk about the pricing, I just want you to, because we have some people that are watching right now, and then we're going to have people that are going to watch this later. Okay, and then also I would like you to broaden your scope in terms of where you are offering the service as opposed to just Zambia. Remember, the people that are watching us are not just in Zambia. We've got people that are in South Africa. We've got people that are based in Zimbabwe and all that. But I know you're working between the 2 countries, Zambia and South Africa. Yes. So you can perhaps direct your responses so that the people in these countries can understand exactly what services you are offering. So what I gather here is that you first of all you define the difference in some of us just know it's interior decorating, and we are fine. And I can just go to the more, I can tell you that I'm not so creative when it comes to decorating my space. I can just go and buy what I want. I really don't care. But you have put it so nicely where you say there's a difference. There's a difference between the interior design of the building inside, the colors, the color coding or the color scheme, and the ceiling. You know, you might have a high roof, but you want to put these new ceilings that are hanging and it doesn't go. That is another part that you're doing. And then there is the part where you come in and say, okay, Francine, you want your house to be green, you want your house to be blue, you want it to be white, and this is how you should combine the furniture. So it is those 2 things. That's right.
Yes.
Right.
Yes, exactly.
Right. So
exactly.
before we get to the other information that I would like you to give to our viewers. As you know, I've been doing some building, and I've been talking about low budget hosting, and I'll be doing also some maintenance, and I'll be showcasing it here. But what I would like is you to tell us. I had put out some questions here so that it can be clear to everybody what services you're offering and everything else. So perhaps tell us a little bit more. How did you start the business? How did you land? I know you've spoken about having done graphic design. How did you now just pin yourself down to saying, here I am, this is what I'm going to do?
Mm, Actually, what was on my mind at that time was events planning, weddings, because I really can also decorate tables for weddings. So I was just wanting to make weddings beautiful and all that kind of thing. But then eventually I moved away from it, and then I wanted just to do design. And with your help, you edged me into that direction, and I'm grateful. So from there off, I actually started having clients already, even when I was still at school before COVID. The time that COVID hit, I was already having clients. I had already decorated some homes in Bedford View here in Joburg. I've got a house that is ongoing in Hattiesby, Potsdam. Is that I say it correctly? Yeah. So that one, that one actually I'm doing renovations as well for the bathrooms and then decorating. So I'm doing both and kitchen installation. So my services are as follows. We can do all the building works. If you want to import a builder from somewhere else, like from here to Zambia, we can do that. Zimbabwe, I can do. Southern Africa, I can do. Okay. So if you say, okay, I've got a lot of money, I just need a builder, you just give us the money, we do your stuff, we can do it from scratch. So we can tell.
One, you can, let's package your service now. So you are doing the design, the 3D designs. I know you've done one. I can't wait to transform, and I'm going to show, I'm going to showcase it. I'm going to show everybody. I still have the 3D design that you did for us, and I can't wait. Okay. I'm actually in the process of doing that, and I'm going to show it out here. So you do the 3D designs, okay? Yes. That is one service. Yes. It's a separate service. This is for people who want
let me just start from the beginning, maybe to not confuse people. Yes, please. So when you tell me, for example, that you want to do, you want a consultation, we're gonna sit. If, for example, let me start with interior design. So if you haven't built a house yet, we're gonna sit and tell me what you want. So as I explained already before, that we are going to go through your lifestyle. So then sit with the architect, then I can do the floor plan actually for you. All right. So then we give the architect, then we give the architect to basically do your architecture drawing. Yeah. And then from there off, it comes back to me again to fill it in. So I'm gonna fill it in with your color of paint, exactly color of paint. And a blessing is that I can actually use your actual products. For example, the tiles that you want to use in your bathroom, I'll use exactly that. So I'm gonna go to the shops. I'm gonna first choose your materials. Choose your tiles, choose your paint, and choose your stuff, and then make a mood board. The mood board is more like just a feel. What feeling do you want in your place? Green feel? You want rustic, as in wood? You want, those kind of stuff. You want Scandinavian? So then I'm gonna put in together your mood board to say, okay, this is how it will look. We pick that, we pick according to your budget again. So you are gonna say, okay, for my main bedroom, I've got 50,000 rand. If it's 50,000 rand. So then I'm gonna work with that 50,000 to fix your things. You see? Yeah. So then from there off, when I am done, then I sit down now on the computer. I'm gonna do your 3D designs. So then with what I've picked, the items I've picked and the materials, I'll do your 3D design and give it back to you again to say, this is how it looks. Some clients will tell me, okay, remove this, let's change this table. I don't like it how it looks. Let's change this. What about the color of paint? Let's find some. So we change it. In that stage, we are changing and perfecting it. So we change it until you're happy as a client. So after that is when now we go to the buying stage. Let's go now and buy the stuff that we have put in the 3D design for you. Let's go buy the pillows, let's go buy the carpets, let's go buy that, let's go buy that. Then after that, when I come and stage. So the staging part is now the decorating part. Come and put your stuff in place. So I've put everything lined up. So if you want, for example, to involve me in your building, I can do the painting for you. We can do the ceiling for you. We can do the tiling for you. We can do the installation of your kitchen and your bathrooms. Basically that.
Interesting. So, okay, so you've heard it. That is what she's doing. Are those the only products that you are currently involved in with interior design?
Yes, currently that is what I am involved in. Basically, that is the whole scope of interior design. If you're going to start from building and you have to supervise the build. I saw your post where you said when you leave builders alone, then they make a mess. I can tell you they did that at Hattiespeed Dam for me. When I left them, when I went back, the one who was doing my bathroom was drunk, literally.
Yes.
I was so angry. I was so angry, and he was making a mess. So, and you have to sign contracts so that they pay for the mess, because it's gonna be a problem. Yes, it's gonna be a problem when they make a mess and you have to redo the things. Literally drunk. In South Africa, they call babalaza. I was so angry. So exactly. So the moment you just leave them alone, they're gonna steal the paint. They're gonna steal that. You come and then you find the paint is all gone. But what happened? We bought 20 liters, 20 liters. They're supposed to fit. No, 2 liters, 20. The other 20 liters, no one knows where it went. So you have to be on the ground to monitor your people and what they're doing, because when they make a mess, it's a problem. You see.
Yeah, I understand. I mean, I've been through all that, so I know exactly. Anybody who has built will know that you have to be very careful. Not that you're being stingy, but you have to be careful. I also found I had one also who was drinking on the job, so you can imagine how the things got messed. So if you're ever going to build, you just have to be on the ground. So yes, before we deviate, who is your ideal client? Who are you targeting? Is it just anybody? Is it the organizations? Is it individuals like myself? Who is your
It
client?
really doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. You know what? When I began, let me tell you this that I didn't share. When I began my interior design, can I tell you where I designed my house? In where is that place? Mamelodi, but the other Mamelodi where it is really not nice. Somebody phoned me from there. They wanted to decor, and I went and I decorated. So for me, my client, even when somebody has a shack here in South Africa, they have got a lot of shacks. So somebody will phone me to say, I just want to beautify my shack. I'll go. I'm that simple. So my client is anyone who wants their place beautified. Simple.
Wow.
So if you want your place beautiful, I don't choose where to go. Sometimes my husband will tell me to say
business. Everybody with a house, anybody who owns a house is your client, basically.
Exactly. Anyone who owns it, as long as they don't kill me, when I go to their homes. I'm joking.
No,
Safety is also a problem.
Going to protect you. When God puts an idea in your heart, He's going to guard that as long as you are diligent in your working. So we're going to trust God.
Yeah, but I reject some places. Like for example, I think 2 months ago I got a call from what is it, Hugo. There's a Chinese guy who wanted me to go renovate his flat. So then when I checked with my team, and everyone said, but Mom, do you know that this is Hubro where this guy wants us to go? I said, okay, if he really wants me to do this, let him pay some money. So as commitment, and then everyone should go with me. I won't go alone, even for consultation. So when I told the guy to say, I need a down payment for this because your place where you want me to come, it doesn't feel safe for me as a woman. And then he backed off. So there are always dangers in these things we do because we are entering people's spaces.
Why did he back off? Because if you require that somebody gives you a down payment, then it's a down payment, not necessarily that you're a woman or of a place where somebody stays. That is your policy. You require a down payment.
Yes, it is. But I wanted more because of the space where he wanted me to go. So then I was suspicious when So when I became suspicious when he started narrating other stories apart from design and whatnot. So then I went, nah, this guy doesn't sound right. You can be lured into a trap. And then they go just rob you. So when he backed off and he didn't come back, I just told myself, okay, this one is not for me. Let me leave it. So I didn't pursue that one. So those are one of also the disadvantages of entering people's spaces because you put yourself at risk. So you have to be really careful what you're doing. It's a risk, especially here in SA. So Yeah, so at the end of the day, anyone is a client for me. It doesn't matter. And I work with your budget. I am not going to say your money is too little.
Yeah.
Because there's cheap stuff everywhere,
Mm-hmm.
right? So we can we can go to Marabastad and buy your pillows.
Yeah.
We can go everywhere. We have to buy your pillows. We can go to China Mall and buy your stuff. We can go to, for example, where's the other place, furniture store in Centurion. You don't have to go to this expensive.
I've just seen Prophet Oli has joined us. Thank you so much. He's saying we stand with you and pray for you. Amen to that.
Amen. Thank you.
Us this
Yeah,
afternoon.
thank you. Welcome. Yes.
Yes.
So at the end of the day, it is about what you want done. And I'm gonna be honest. Don't expect to buy things like from Cielo from a money that is small. So clients also need to be realistic with their budget.
Know what the budget is about. If the budget is taking you to builders, like I said in my previous presentation, go to builders. If the money doesn't allow for builders, then go to a place where you can afford. I was saying, what I just said, you must know what your budget is like. So if you can afford to go to Micma, if you can afford to go to builders, or you said Chidelo, if you can go to CTM, or if you can go to, House of Paradise or whatever it is, then that is good. But of course, sure you direct your clients accordingly, right? Based on the budget
you direct
to you.
I just want according to the budget.
I also just wanted to find out who benefits the most from what you do. You've got different kinds of clients. You said the whole market is your target. Anybody with a house, your target.
Yes.
So who is benefiting more? Who have you been working with more than the other?
No, I think, to be honest, as I said, I've been to decorate a place where it's not nice, and I've been to places like Bedfordville. Yeah. So the clientele is vast. It's really vast. So anyone, as I said before, anyone who wants their house beautified is a beneficiary to my work. Yeah. So anyone who wants their places beautified, anyone who wants to build a house from scratch, I'm here. So I can help you with what you need. As I said before, we need to have practical houses, and sometimes we don't have that. Where, as I said, where's your man? Where's the space for Dr. Kondwani here? When he comes home, where do we sit? Dr. Kondwani is my brother. Yes, he's my brother, but where does he sit?
Yes.
Exactly.
I'll take him.
Where does he sit?
Me, I'll give him a chair in the kitchen.
Yeah, I know, but he needs, you always told us when we were doing marriage planning, I'm going a little bit off because a man needs his own space to relax and wind. So sometimes, yes, yeah. And in the design, sometimes we don't include them. It's just you and your kids and your kitchen as a woman. Women want beautiful kitchens, and that's it. So your husband comes in the house.
You raise a valid point there. When it comes to design, I think the women wants to dominate. Okay. Even though I know that for men, they are really looking out for a place where they can easily watch TV. I want to have a TV in this place, and I want to do my bride in that place. And they are really happy about that. And then for the woman, usually it's about, can I please have a bigger kitchen, or can I have a bigger bedroom, and all that. Right. So now, Nellie, I want to find out from you. There are a lot of other interior decorators, or let me say interior designers, because you have done something more advanced. There are a lot of other interior designers in South Africa and in Zambia, which are your markets. Okay. In business, we talk about a value proposition, something that makes different from others. So I would like you to tell us what makes you stand out. What is making you different from all these other designers that we have? Why should I come to you? What value are you going to add to me? Yes.
Okay, good question, actually. I've done my research actually for Zambia, and I've come to realize that Zambia has got a lot of decorators, and the decorators mostly, it's just passion, like they've got passion to decorate. But there are times when I sit and see what they do. I sit online and then just compare. And then I pick a lot of stuff that is really not even decorating. I don't know if I'm making myself clear. So they have the passion to make stuff beautiful, but they actually are not professional enough in the issue, because, or in the things they do, because they don't have the know-how. So for me, the know-how is important, because I'm going to enter your house with knowledge and passion, two things. So I'm going to have the passion, and I'm going to have the knowledge on how to put stuff in place. So when I leave your house is perfect, is picture perfect. Let me say it that way.
Okay.
It's picture perfect. Even when you put it online, somebody who knows the actual interior design is going to say, this is professionally done. So for me, that is the difference. Maybe because I have gone to school for it and I've got a passion, two things. And secondly, I'm quite flexible in pricing. People shouldn't be scared, especially I'm actually appealing to Zambians. Feel free to get in touch with me. We work with what we have.
All right. Okay.
Exactly. We work with what you have. Don't be scared to say this one is going to be expensive. This one, no, let's see. I'm flexible. I'm your sister. I'm Zambian, I'm Lozi, and I am saying that. I'm from Chipata, and I'm Lozi. So
this
talk
is
to me in your language.
different.
Pardon?
So this is what makes you different. I just wanted to pick something that is making you stand out. So what I'm picking here is that you are flexible with your pricing. Whereas other designers might just tell you my price is final. So if I go to designer ABC, they might give me a quotation and tell me, okay, Francine, for me to be able to come and turn your house around, you need to give me 50,000. And if I say, no, I'm sorry, I only have 30, they say, okay, we are done. Go look elsewhere. What you're saying is you work around people's budgets, right? You are free to, you are flexible with your pricing model. That's what you are saying.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, so that
people should not be scared.
Position. That is your differentiator. That is what is making you to stand out. So if you are listening to this and you have an intention to turn your house upside down or to turn your house around, you want to do a makeover, or if you are still at planning stage, you have heard for yourself what she's able to do. And I think what a lot of us would be interested in knowing is the pricing model, because we are usually afraid to approach a designer. Most of the time, we do our own things because we just feel a designer. We are just afraid of the name design. Then we never come to you. So thank you for letting us know that you are flexible with your pricing. Of course, we are not going to pull you down and make sure you have nothing to take home. To take home at the end of the day. But I think it's a very good quality. It's a very good policy that you have, that you can actually play around with your pricing model. So every business, as you know, has its challenges. Okay, we have, the other day I posted something on the harsh truth about being an entrepreneur. It's got its highs, it's got its lows. Can you please tell us about challenges? Have you experienced any challenges, or your business just came from the secret place and it's just soaring? Any challenges just covered?
Not at all. Not at all. Actually, as you have said, it's hard. It's hard to work for yourself because you don't have a fixed salary to go to at the end of the month. And when it comes to designing, here in SA, we've got a lot of interior designers. So breaking through with clients is very difficult, because we've got a lot of interior designers that have gone to school, basically educated ones. So you have to really fit in somehow. So in SA, it's not that easy. And actually, I am blessed that I even have clients to talk about. It's a blessing. I call that a blessing. So, and the downside is what I mentioned earlier, also about building, whereby you have got a setback with people that just want to come and mess up your projects. That also happens as a setback. And the cash flow is also a problem, because you cannot continuously have clients all the time. I've never had that place where I've got clients continuously. So I hope after this video and you exposing me to the world, that maybe that can change. I hope so. Yes, hope so.
We have to tell the story, and we have to bring you out from that cave where you are hiding. Everybody can know about the business. That's the whole idea.
Yes. that's the whole idea. So basically, the challenges is just to get clients and get going. That is always a problem. But I think also the marketplace, when people when the economy is bad, like after COVID, people pay attention more to the vital things, the basics. They pay attention to food, school fees, and transportation and fuel. So basically, most of their housing projects are on hold.
Yes, I can attest to that. You don't change chairs. You're not doing anything until the children have been to varsity. Then you can actually change what
exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. So that is also a disadvantage for our work, because then when it's just like an estate agents that sell homes. There are times when selling homes is okay and sometimes no, because the market is, it's the same thing. So it's the same thing with me. Yeah. So that is the challenge that is there. The cash flow is not always easy, but we have to push, as you have always encouraged us. We have to push and we have to get ourselves out there for people to know. I think the most important thing is referrals. When you do a good job and people are comfortable with you, and how you treat people matters too. So you enter into people's homes and then you treat them with respect, and you leave an impression on what you do. That is also a good thing, because then it's easy for them to refer you to say, okay, who did your staff? And then, like, for example, in my case, when I do the 3Ds, most people don't even know they're 3Ds. They think that that's actual work. So when they confront me behind closed doors and I say, but this is a 3D, they go, what? So this was on the computer? I say, yes. So that kind of thing exposes you to better things and better deals, and people who are actually have a lot of money who don't mind. For example, they give you a blank check and say, you know what, just come and do my stuff. I don't mind, because I know what you are able to do. Then you do your things. Yeah. So the downside, it's getting into gears. Gear 1, gear 2, gear 3. It's cranking. It's not easy.
Of the challenges that you have mentioned, what has been your biggest one? What can you say? This one, it's really been a mountain.
I did mention something else. Sometimes we come across difficult clients. I've dealt with such. That is also a headache, because they are going to flip your left, right, and center, and they are going to change stuff left, right, and center, and you can't just make them happy. No matter what you do, they just. So it's that is also a big challenge. It's always not easy to deal with such kind of people, but the most challenging thing for me is to get going. Just to get going, just to have that continuous flow of clients. That for me has been a challenge, a big challenge.
And we've spoken about the challenges. Now tell us about your success story. Big, something you are really proud of. Something you can just say, guys, I just want to shout it out on the mountain top.
That in the mountains. Okay. First and foremost,
your best success, something your proudest moment. Shout it out on the mountain. Let's give God the glory.
For me, it is my husband. My husband was really not supportive of my thing. Okay, he was very lukewarm towards the whole thing. So my greatest cheerleader was him, and that really made me very happy, especially when I did our house, and then I haven't finished yet. Money sometimes, but I'm getting there. So I haven't finished yet. But what I did, he was impressed with what I did. So for me, that was the most thing that went to my heart, because I made him happy from my house.
Wow.
So exactly, and from now he's my cheerleader. Actually, he's really my cheerleader. Encouraging me.
Yes. From
he's encouraging me.
Oh, the red curtain.
Exactly. And I was so much into red. So when I toned down, and then he said, "Wow!" And I just did this. He came home and then he found everything is done, and then he went, "Wow, this really looks nice." Apart from the chairs, he already knew, because the other stuff we bought together, but the whole putting stuff together, he was not aware. So when I came, and then I just put stuff, and then he went, "Wow, this really looks nice." So he was impressed. For me, that was the most wow moment. Other clients, I know I've done good things, but it began in my house, and I'm grateful.
It's great when success actually comes from there. You can imagine, if you don't have that confidence within your home environment, it becomes difficult to get it from, elsewhere. So it's actually very good that he is impressed and you have that backing. Even if you say, okay, now I'm going to Francine's house, I'm going to do this, he knows, okay, she's not going to embarrass me. He's going to get something
Yeah,
good.
exactly.
Something what we call, we can use your house as we can say a prototype. Instead of you even taking a picture of my house and saying, see what I did in Francine's house, you can just take a picture of your own house and say, guys, this is what I'm able to do. This is where we were with the red curtains, and now this is where we are. I mean,
Yes,
somebody
I'm
is
gonna
going
do
to
a posting before and after. Okay, I will do that, and then I'll share. You can share with
Sure,
everyone.
sure. No, it's been a wonderful journey for you. I've seen you grow. I've seen you, just when you were doing practicals and you got interested in doing the interior designing, and you graduated, and here we are. You're an expert. Yes. So,
Yes,
what advice
definitely.
would you give to somebody? What advice would you give to somebody who would like to, start a business like yours? Is it something, of course, when we are in business, most of the time we're trying to protect our ideas. We're trying to make sure nobody's getting into our
Yes,
space.
yes,
They should
yes.
know. I have learned that, when I give knowledge freely, I'm not losing anything. I'm actually becoming confident in my own space. I have the
Yeah.
authority to do whatever I want. So I'm not threatened by people knowing. Of course, I don't give out business ideas. We don't give, there's something we call secrets of trade that you should not
Yes,
give out.
yes,
But
yes.
just what advice, in case there's somebody out there who's got the same passion as you and doesn't know where to start, how can I do that? I mean, we need to
Yeah.
empower each other. Okay. So,
Yeah.
especially the women,
Mm,
So, what advice
okay.
you have for somebody like that?
Okay. In interior design, you need partnership. Interior designers don't go it all
Mm-hmm.
alone. So you've got a team. You've got the architect. You've got your team. There should be a plumber. There should be a tiler. There should be. So you would need to have a team because
Exactly.
I'm an interior designer. I'm not a
Yeah.
builder, right?
Yeah.
So I'm going to. Yes, I can advise what to do with the plumbing and where and the length of your cupboards in the kitchen. I know all those, the backsplashes and what no. I know where the plumbing should go. I know what, but I'm not the plumber. So my advice is that be humble and know how to work with everyone else. That
Okay.
is your key.
Okay.
Be humble and know how to work with everyone else because that is your key. The moment you want to be above everyone, everyone is important in your space.
Mm,
Everyone.
mm, mm.
You are important. The builder is important. The plumber is important. The tiler is important. The one painting your walls is important. Everyone is important. So treat everyone with respect and be a team as well. Be a family. Be a team. So that works best. And then passion for what you're doing, because interior design is quite intense and it's very
Mm,
tiring.
mm,
Projects are quite tiring because you have to do everything. You have to go do the shopping,
mm,
material sourcing. So it's a job that really drains you.
mm.
So you keep going, just keep going, because you have got limitation in contracts. For example, if they tell you, my house I want it done in 6 months, you have to be done in 6 months.
Yes.
So you have to make sure in that 6 months you are done. So no resting.
So
So
there is
it's no resting. So you have to go all out. Mm-hmm.
all right. All right. Thank you so much for your time and for sharing the wonderful journey with us. Now, before we end our real business story today, our real business story.
Yes, I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
No, you sound very far.
Okay, let's just wait a little bit. I can hear you clearly. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can, but it's okay. I can hear you. Not
Okay,
not the same, but
we are
yeah.
coming to the end. We're coming to the end of
All right.
our discussion. Before we end this discussion, where can people find you? Okay, where can people find you? How can they contact you? How can they support your business? Give us your details, and so that we can, they can contact you.
Okay. You can follow me on my actual page, Nellie Itwidelanga, which I post my work sometimes. And then you can follow me on Designs by Nellie on Facebook. That's another page. And then there's a page that is for group. It's a group page where people can ask questions and do whatever they want to do on that page concerning design. That is Nellie's Home Decorating. That was my first page when I just started. Yes, so I've got 3 pages. I don't have a website yet. I will come up with one when the company is set. For now, you can contact me on those pages, and then I put my phone number always. So WhatsApp, I'm on WhatsApp, and then you can just give me an actual call, and we schedule an appointment.
Okay, thank you so much. So Nellie is actually tagged in this broadcast. If you didn't get her last name, if you don't know how to spell her name, then just look at the tag that is there and follow her page. Ask for friend. I think yes, they can also. Anyway, they'll check out your profile because I know you've got 3. I think you've got 3 profiles, so you can just follow the 3 profiles there. Do you have a contact number that you would like to give, or you just rather they contact you on your pages?
Yes, I can put my contact number here. Let me just type it here, if it's okay.
A WhatsApp number, or please don't forget to use the international code so that they know how to get hold of you. Yes, but
WhatsApp, it's both.
It's both.
It's both WhatsApp and yes. There.
If you can just leave your details here, because I'm sure there are a lot of us who have been afraid to contact a designer. I mean, what am I doing with a designer? Am I going
exactly.
the money to pay a designer? People go to the price and do what I can do. So, but it's really good to know, Nellie, that you are flexible. That is the differentiator. So that is the value proposition for design. What is it? Interior design with Nellie. It's been a very wonderful afternoon, Nellie. Thank you so much. It's been an amazing conversation. Thank you for sharing your journey and also for giving us insight into interior design by Nellie. Your passion, of course, and expertise are truly inspiring. Thank you so much also for that advice you've given to that person that would like to become a designer. It's just so wonderful. And for everybody who joined us in this live broadcast, I want to say thank you for taking time. Thank you for being here and for your contribution. Kindly share this video with somebody you think is going to benefit from the information that has just been given. If you are planning to build, if you are planning to change your house, you need new furniture, you just need to have a conversation, you need a consultant, Nellie is here. She is the managing director of interior design by Nellie herself. Okay, so she'll give you that personal touch. She's able to, I've seen what she can do. She's already done a 3D design for my living room, and I'm going to show it right here. So feel free to contact Nellie on the contact details that she has provided. Kindly share this video, kindly like. I was almost going to say amen, you know.
Amen. Amen for sure.
Amen.
Thank you so much.
Amen. Inspiring the conversation.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for your time. May the Lord bless you and keep you, and may He cause His light to shine on you. Amen.
Thank you.
We'll see you again in our next episode. Thank you so much for joining us.